Hi folks, thank you for joining me. It's Nick here and we're back to racing on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. This one is Road Rash, published by EA in 1991. I'm sure you've heard of it already, but this is the first of the start which was to become a series. Yes, there's 2 sequels to this on the Sega system. You must race along different stages on a motorbike, and as well as racing you can punch people as well, which is always great fun, but don't do that in real life. It's set in California over the selectable stages. You're racing against 14 opponents. There's Natasha there with some helpful tips. Yes, we'll see how we get on. Already reviewed it on the Commodore Amiga. I didn't mind it on that, and I'm expecting a bit more from this. It was amazingly funny. It does look very similar, so here I go. I'm in 15th place against 14 other people. The next person up is Rude Boy. Next up is Grub. If you punch them, you see their energy bar go down, and you must, well, win the race, presumably. Frame rate isn't brilliant on this, but I'll let that go because it just fits in with the era so nicely. And again, it's slightly better than the Amiga version, and it's insane. There's music. Oh, good punch, Nick. There's good music playing, but I will turn that off in the next stage, just so we can get a comparison. So it's accelerate. You can ease off the accelerator button around the corners, which you have to. But again, this is mad. There will be oncoming traffic at some point. Having to concentrate a bit here. There's 2 lanes of traffic and the occasional crossroads. We can get some huge air on some of the tracks here. Oops, I think he just got punched into that car there. So Rex is next up. I'm player A. You see our position on the dashboard there. It's 7th. Take you out. Good punch. I think you can do kicks as well, but we'll just concentrate on punching. Can you do kicks as well? I'm not sure now. But anyway, punches should suffice. All your opponents are in the same colours, and we're in 2nd place already. So a good easy learning curve here, because I'm not the best racer around. How does it compare with the smoothness of Super Hang-On? Well, it doesn't. But this is more arcade fun, really. You can't punch anyone on Super Hang-On. What era? Yeah, 1991 this was. Electronic Arts. Be interesting to see how the 2nd and 3rd one differ, to see if it's smoother or the frame rate's any better. But a very promising start to the series, and to see how this was very popular. The only other one we reviewed in the Road Rash series is on the Game Boy Advance quite some time ago. I think that was called Road Rash Jailbreak, I think. So good. I do like seeing these races. We haven't done a few. When I first started reviewing the Sega Mega Drive games, we did a lot in succession, starting from Outrun, and we seem to have drifted away. But let's get back to them, because I think it's what it does the best. Driving games are always my favourite, but I try and vary it a little bit. What do you think? Do you like driving games the most, or do you like a bit of a mixture? Them and football games tend to be the most popular generally. Oh, that was close. Right, so we're in 1st place if you hadn't noticed. I don't think we've got too far to go. You've got 2 mirrors either side, your left and right wing mirrors. We're on some kind of super bike, and I think we've got this stage pretty much won. Each stage will get progressively more difficult. The track might get more twisty, opponents a bit quicker, and more traffic. But this is essentially the gameplay. It is a classic straight away, a simple idea, and a winner, and I've won! Finished! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Look at that, and we were awarded cash of $1,750. Now that can buy a hell of a lot of pizzas and beer. Don't eat pizzas and drink beer while you're racing along. So we've qualified now for Pacifica Coast. We've unlocked that. Can we go any further? Oh, look at that. Redwood Forest. That might be a bit more interesting. Let's jump in there. This might be a mistake, so we've jumped over 1 level. Now, I think once you've finished in the top 3 in all the tracks, I think you can then go to the next stage up. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I do remember when I reviewed it on the Amiga, I fell off the bike a few times, and I was just running along without it at some point. I presume you can do that then. Now, we've turned the music off. We've now just got the bike noises. It sounds a bit like a wasp. Yeah, I think I prefer it. It's interesting this, but I think I prefer it with the music on. Sega race games tend to work better with music. So yeah, it's interesting to hear. Well, we'll take that off immediately. Let's, well, when we next can, let's do some more aggressive punching. It does sound a bit like a weedy motorbike. I think this is a super bike, really. So quick reactions. You go off, you can crash into scenery and come off your bike, which will cost you quite a lot of time. Currently in 12th place. Whoa! Cool, that was some mighty air on that. Alright, let's punch you all. Punch you all. Do you want some? They don't seem to be fighting back. They'll probably fight back in later levels, but this time I'm the only aggressive racer, it seems. Take that, and you. So the next person up is Dread. You can change your play name if you want to. Check out the bikes behind me there. They're all potential hoodlums that could cause chaos. 8th place, over the crossroads. Whoops. Bit of track. Oh, you can get some mighty air on this. Amazing stuff. With a better frame rate, this would be genius. All hail Road Rash 2 and Road Rash 3. I do like a good biking game. Whoops. Oh man. How did I get away with that? Crazy stuff. Good graphics, good sound. Very addictive. Oh, police. Can I punch him? Probably not wise. Let's... Oh dear, he took one in the gob there. Woo. What's that horizon? It's just random hills, I think. So how much further have we got to go? We're in 5th place. There's probably a distance-ometer somewhere on here. It's manual gears. You don't have to do it automatically. I'm missing the music. I didn't think I would, but I'm missing the music. Ooh! That was a head-on collision. That's going to cost me a lot of time. Slater, there's Biff there. Come on, sir. Run, run. Dun 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 dun, Wonder Woman. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that cost us a lot of time there. I don't think we're going to win this one. Going up through the gears. Get your knee leaning on the tarmac as you go through the bends. Right, can we get into the top 3 still? Boof! Whoa, that was close. So there will be stories about the other riders in the races every now and again. Oh no! Well, that was close, but we lost a lot of speed there. That was not clever at all. Next up is Leicester. Not the town, Leicester. Well, Leicester is a city, isn't it, in England? Right. Come on. These trees are very repetitive. I love that there was a course designer for this, but to my knowledge, I don't think there is. Finished in 7th place. I don't know what he's celebrating for. 7th is nothing to write home about. Look at that. First was Shiva, then Viper, then Natasha. But we got a little bit of money for that. It's not too bad. Yeah, you see, the checker flag represents the ones that you finished. 7th place. Yeah, we'll go back to Pacifica Coast. I don't think... I think it was a mistake jumping to level 3. So it's not going to be a complete walkthrough. We'll just do about 4 races, something like that. There's Biff there showing off. Did I tell you that my bike was custom built? Very pricey. Well, I hope you don't fall off, Biff. Yeah, I wonder if that was influenced by Biff Tannen from Back to the Future, because that was 1985. This game is 1991. What would a virtual reality VR Road Rash look like? Well, at some point it's going to happen. We all know it. It's going to be quite dangerous. You'll probably be able to buy a bike you can sit on while wearing the helmet, and it'll vibrate round the corners, and yeah, it'll be like you're actually there. Right, I see the music's back on. It does work better with the music, doesn't it? Sound effects are okay, but a little bit too weedy, so go with the music, I would say. There's not an option to have the sound effects and the music at the same time, but I'll let it off for that. Ha ha ha! Oh! Man, I was too busy laughing at that person's downfall. Look how aggressive I am. This is most unlike me. Right, hammer. You are going to get hammered next. Oops. Oh no, too fast in. Dread. Boom. Oh, he fell off there. He fell off his damn bicycle. Well, that's the problem with this. Right, 8th place. This is a lightning start for me. As long as I don't fall off, maybe I'll get a win. You don't have to punch everyone, but it's very funny if you do. Right. Next up is Rex. Not a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He could not fit on the bike or reach the handlebars with his little arms. Come on, yes. So it's probably better to punch people off the bikes. Gives you more time if you fall off. I think he held on to that one. Biff hasn't got too much energy, but the energy does slowly go back up again, looking at Biff. Well, Biff, hopefully you're going to get biffed. This is the best music so far, I think, on this track. Did you own this one back in the day? Let me know. Either on the Amiga or any other system, because it was a hugely popular series. Those clouds look a bit uniform, like someone's put them on with a ruler, but if you're looking at the clouds, you're not really looking at the game properly. It's all about the playability, this. Whoa. It's a bit, the music is edging a little bit towards Psygnosis, or you can imagine the Shadow of the Beast game and a creature running along, can't you, to this? Yeah, Shadow of the Beast 1 maybe. And I do think Shadow of the Beast come out on the Sega system, so the Sega Mega Drive, so we'll have to have a look at that too. If you look at the scenery, there's only ever like about 4 or 5 different bits of clip art that go past for each level. But again, that was the era. It fits in quite well with the genre of the game, and I love it. I like this game. I love the Amiga version. I love this one even more. I think you had to grow up in the era really, otherwise, oh, we won. Otherwise you wouldn't think too much of it, but you know, the age I am, I like it. You're similar age to me, or maybe 5 years either way, you might like it as well, or you might just like it anyway because you're into your retro games. But fabulous. I think we've got time to do one more, haven't we? We've got time to do one more. Looks like there's only other 2 tracks apart from that. Palm Desert. It's like a desert you can fit in your palm, or something. Who's this twit? Do you believe that Biff dude? Man, what a mouth. I agree, Slater. He might have seen his name in the race. I think we might have punched him in the face a couple of times. But it was just fun, as they say, banter. There we go. Didn't give him a chance, right. Well, this music's gone a bit weird. Boof, tough luck. Right, Gunter, we know what we're going to do to him. So I think it's starting off quite easy. Once you have completed the races, they will start fighting back. What's the maximum time that you've done round these tracks? So, you know, sand dunes in the distance, which you'd expect from a desert. When you look at themes for racetracks, quite popular as desert, snow, woodland. They tend to repeat quite a lot, don't they? Lotus 3 went for a space sort of theme and up in the mountains. Of course, the most famous mountain racer would have to be Test Drive, and Test Drive 2 to a certain extent. But there's only a certain amount of themes they can do. Not a Halloween stage here or anything like that. How are we doing? We're in 8th place. This might be our last race of the gameplay type review, because what they're intending to be is if you played it for the first or second time as a kid, what were the chances that you would have gone back to it? And I would have gone back to this lots and lots and lots of times. Yeah, I think it's because it starts off not too difficult, and that's inviting. And if a game is inviting, as a child you are going to go back to it again, or even an adult. And I'm probably going to go back to it a few times. But as I said, really interested to see how Road Rash 2 and Road Rash 3 play. I'll try and not build it up too much in my head in case I'm disappointed or they change the gameplay significantly. But I'm hoping for better frame rate. That's what I'm hoping for. Right, into 8th place. Falling off the bike has just cost us a little bit of time here. Don't want to ride into a cactus because they're quite prickly at the best of times. The speed I'm doing, 130 miles an hour into a cactus, probably isn't going to be very pretty, but may end up as being a very cheap form of acupuncture. Disclaimer, if you want free acupuncture, don't drive a motorbike into a cactus. That's what I'm just saying. So I think I'm legally covered now for anyone that does that. Excellent. You have to watch what you say, don't you really? Don't want to get sued or anything. Right, let's get behind this guy. No slipstreaming with these bikes. Oh! Yes. These cars coming the other way. We need more than 2 lines of traffic. We need like a 3-lane motorway. But we're in California. If you recognise this as California, then speak up. Are they all in California? Perhaps they are. Palm Desert. Off you... Whoa. A very bumpy road. And as you know, if you've been watching the channel for some while, I do like a good bit of undulation. Undulation makes games cool, or racing games. Love it when you can get a bit of air on it. Well, we've got some huge air on some of the tracks. Could get some air here, could we? No. Apart from that, the bike has pretty good road holding. Doesn't slide around too much. Traffic is, well, quite easy to avoid. 6th place, well, could have done better there. So we won at least one race, didn't we? Gradually building up the money. Well, I think we'll leave that one there. I really enjoyed it. Hope you liked having a look at it. That was Road Rash on the SEGA Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on where you are in the world. Published by EA in 1991. Good graphics, could be a better frame rate, but good for the era. Good sound, and playability is awesome. Got any comments about this game or similar games, then please put them below, or anything retro. A massive thank you to everyone that's subscribed on the channel so far, helping it grow and get into a bigger audience. It really is appreciated. If you want to help a bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit there does really help, and there's hidden blogs there for patrons there who are supporting the channel. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.